On an airline pilot interview, here's a little bit of a different perspective for how you should prep for it, and I know it's going to give you more confidence. Now, you've probably watched a lot of videos online already for how to answer tell me a timeline questions or tell me about yourself and your background, and that's all great, and you need to know that. But what I want to do is give you more confidence so that you have a leg up and you can stand out from the rest of the applicants in the interview. Number one, get familiar with the regulations for the type of operation for which you're interviewing. So if you're going to a 121 airline, start every day just spending a little time reading and reviewing the 121 regulations. You don't have to memorize them, but acclimate yourself slowly and slowly. You're going to start to see you really start to understand what an airline operation is and how they function day to day. Number two, if you're unfamiliar with your immediate action items on your 172 or whatever aircraft you fly now, get familiar with them. Make your students memorize them and start using them every day when you're instructing. Make them second nature, because what's going to happen on that interview is the interviewer is going to say, tell me a time when, and it's going to be an emergency or a hard time in the cockpit. And what they don't want to hear is you making up out of order procedures off of the top of your head. You are going to be so much better suited if you say to them, well, we had a cabin fire, and so we ran our immediate action items. And then as we were diverting, we pulled out our checklist and we contacted air traffic control. They want to see that you're logically performing the items that are supposed to be done per the AFM, because that's how those air carriers operate every single day. If they see you're currently doing it, you're a better candidate than maybe some of the other ones that are interviewing already. Next, I want you to get familiar with a minimum equipment list. You know what they are, but have you ever looked at them? Go to drs.faa.gov. You can look up any master minimum equipment list for any aircraft out there. Now, it's not the tailored MEL for the air carrier, but it gets you acclimated to what an MEL looks like and how to use it and how it works in the day-to-day operations. So you can look it up. If you're going to an interview for an air carrier that has an Embraer 170, you could look up the 170 master minimum equipment list. You don't have to memorize it, but just acclimate yourself with how it works. And lastly, understand what operations specifications or op specs are. You don't have to memorize them, but know that there are different types. There's AOP specs, there's BOP specs, there's COP specs, and there's D and EOP specs, generally with all air carrier 121 and 135 operators. Op specs are